What's good, guys? We're back at it again with another video. As you see from the title, we got Cason Wallace today. Now, before we get into that, I probably got about one or two, maybe three comments yesterday. I know we're starting to get, new people coming to the channel. So, I got like a couple comments about I should put more game film, things like that. I was only doing one game because I wanted it to be one full game. So like you guys can see, okay, this is what this player looks like in just one game, like in a full game format instead of just highlights. You know what I'm saying? But obviously, some of you guys want more film, more breakdown film. So, and obviously I listen. So we're probably going to start doing two games within the breakdowns, just so to have more film that you guys can watch, that you guys can improve off of. You know what I'm saying? But back to Cason, 6'3" point guard, just got ranked number 9 in the ESPN top 100 for 2022. Him, I gotta be honest, I've seen a little bit of him before just on Instagram, cause I high motor players like that. I already know, like before I even watched it, I already know like this is a high motor player because I've seen a couple clips on Instagram like that. So high motor players like that who are also skilled are always going to shoot up the rankings, always. So for all my young players, you can be skilled, but if you're lazy and you don't want to, or you pick and choose when you want to play, it's going to affect you. But if you can have that combination of, okay, you have an extremely high motor and you're extremely skilled, and that comes together, you have a top 10 player in the class. I'm not going to hold you guys up any longer. Let's go.
Great hands on this possession, getting the steal, and Cason's a pretty good athlete in transition, finishing above the rim. Like a lot of great players, Cason keeps it simple, getting into his one dribble pull-up and knocking it down. Again, to my young players, the game will come a lot easier to you if you keep it simple, get to your spots, and pull up. What do I say to you guys all the time? A lot of the top players take bad or tough shots, but the difference is they knock them down. Right now, Cason's gotten the switch onto the number 2 player in the country. I want you guys to notice how he doesn't play with it. Once he realizes he has a mismatch, gets him on his hip and finishes high on the glass. For all my guards, when you have bigs on you, they want you to shoot the jump shots. Watch Jalen Duren. He doesn't even leave the ground. That's the shot he wanted him to take. Like a lot of the top players, Cason can get caught up in tunnel vision at times, taking a lot of tough leaners or fadeaways, but as you're going to see on this next possession, he can come down a couple plays later, maybe take an even tougher shot and knock it down. Cason's also a great rebounder and has an excellent motor. Watch how he drop steps into a dunk even at his size. Like I said before, he can get a bit of tunnel vision, and as a guard on that second bounce, you have to recognize that your teammate's open on the wing. Great footwork here off the catch, and this is why I tell you guys to play off 2 feet. If he went off 1, this will be a charge. As I said before in the last video, a lot of basketball is reactionary, and that was a great hop step into a lay. Even off of a bad pass, if you give Cason any type of room, it's up, and as you're going to see on this next play, if you hesitate at all on the closeout, it's a bucket. Cason's first step is extremely fast. Watch how he gets by the defender with ease and finishes through contact for the and one. This play is extremely tough. Watch how he utilizes the high pickup to get by the defenders and float it over the big. This is something we've been trying to teach our players at the prep. As a guard, when driving to the rim, always make sure you use your off arm to shield the ball from the defender so you can finish.
Okay, so Cason, like I said at the beginning, when you have a player who's extremely skilled on one hand and has an extremely high motor on the other, it's always going to be a highly ranked player, always going to be a highly touted player, simply because they give you the best of both worlds at all times. You aren't going to be that uber talented player who picks and chooses when he wants to play, or he doesn't get back on defense, or he misses a shot and he just kind of loafs down just so he can get the leak out. You know if you hoop, you really know what I'm talking about. But he's not one of those players. Like, this dude is one of those players that's going to give you everything he has at all times, at any point in the game, right? Now let's just get into him offensively. And remember what I was saying, we're getting a lot of guards, 6'3" to 6'6", buckets. Like, buckets, right? So when I first pulled up the film and started watching him, his jump shot kind of looked a little weird, kind of, you know what I'm saying? It just didn't look natural, if that makes sense. So I'm like, oh, does it go in? It goes in, right? So he's catching it, bad pass, and if the defender don't come up, he's shooting it. If you hesitate on that closeout, so if you closing out and is he gonna drive, it's gone. He's shooting it off the bounce. And one thing, like I tell you guys all the time, just me playing around good players and seeing what they do, they make it look extremely simple. We've said this before. So for him, He knows what he's good at. He knows where his spots are. That's what I told our players yesterday. A lot of pros, a lot of high-level players, they're just getting to their spots. They're getting to their spots. And once you can get to your spot, it makes the game so much simpler, simply because it doesn't matter if the defender is there or anything. I've shot that shot 10,000 times. So once I get to that spot, it's going in. Like, it really doesn't matter. Same thing with him. You see, even with the contest, when he gets to a certain spot, it doesn't matter. He's knocking it down. Now, like I said, with a lot of the top players, they can get a little iffy with that shot selection, right? So he's shooting the, you know what I'm saying, the turnaround or tough threes, things like that. But that kind of comes with it when you are a scorer like that. And like I said, a lot of those players are experimenting. When he does get the switch, though, so you saw when he got the first switch on a Derek Lively, who's the current number 2 player, you see how he doesn't play with it. He instantly goes by him, gets him on his hip, finishes high on the glass. That's something that a lot of young guards should look at, right? Because a lot of guards, when they get a big on him, oh, he's slow, I'm gonna try and break him off, No, if you're quicker than him, just go by him and finish high off the glass. It's that simple, right? And then as you also saw when he got the switch on to Duren, the one time he takes the jumper and Duren barely leaves the ground. As a big man, I can tell you guys, to all my guards, we want you to shoot that shot. So we know as a big, okay, I'm probably not as quick as him. If he decides to drive, he's probably going to get by me or he's going to get me on his hip. I want to make him shoot this jumper. So you're really bailing bigs out for all my guards. If you have a big on you and you decide to shoot a jumper, you're bailing them out completely. But you also saw he got the switch again on the Duren. Light, step back, bucket. Like, this dude can score. You've seen he's doing a whole lot of different things offensively. Like I say, basketball is always reactionary. So if someone comes up, you might do all the cone drills in the world, all the ball handling, But when a game comes, if someone runs at you, you shouldn't even think about it. It should be just a move you just do, just off a reaction. So for him, someone comes at him, instant hop step, things like that. This guard comes over, high pickup into a floater. That simple. Now let's get into my favorite part, his defense, his motor, his rebounding. Bro, he looks like he got go-go gadget arms out there. Like, this dude is everywhere, getting in passing lanes. I don't think I've seen a 6'3" guard line up in a free throw, grab the rebound over the other player, then drop step into a dunk at 6'3" as a point guard. Like, bro, there aren't many players doing things like that. I'm gonna keep it a buck. There aren't many players doing things like that. So he's just that motor. That's why I'm saying, like, he's kind of like, now he doesn't play like him, but like how Jay Gord is. Like, these dudes are two-way players. They're gonna give you everything at any point in the game. So they have to be on the floor. They have to be. He's one of those players, and it makes sense why he is in this top 10, because, like I say, a lot of the top 100, they might give you offense, but they're not going to give you defense. Or if they're a big, and that's when I'm starting to look a little bit at Derek Lively, the number 2 player, because we're probably going to do his reaction or his breakdown. He's probably more defense than he is offense, right? He's a shot blocker. So when you have, that just makes it even more impressive that Cason was able to finish over a legitimate shot blocker, and then his shot blocking ability is part of the reason why he's ranked so high. So for him, just having that ability and understanding and just being able to do both things, offense and defense, is part of the reason why he is in this top 10. All in all, I think we have 3 or 4 more players we still got to hit on before I can drop these rankings, and we're going to get to those pretty soon. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to post this weekend, so we might have to do 2 tomorrow, then 2, or maybe 2 Friday, something like that. We're going to figure it out because, like I said, we're starting to have kids move in, especially at the prep, so we're going to see what I'm going to be able to do about that. But like, share, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Appreciate you guys watching. We're going to be back at it tomorrow with another video.